Please, I am making this voice note in order to put the record straight on identity crisis. You know, I wouldn't have done this in my normal person, but it is expedient that even the Bible in two different versions established an opposite truth. In the first place, the Bible said that if you don't answer a fool, the fool will think he is wise in his own eyes. And then the other verse of the Bible also said that it is always to keep quiet to a fool. So there are two ways of giving interpretation to it. It's either you are going to keep quiet and allow the fool to be wise in his eyes, or that you are going to answer the fool so that he can be enlightened. But in this case, I'm not calling somebody a fool, neither am I using a language that is detrimental to the insult of somebody's personality. I'm not good at that. And I just quoted that scripture because it is in the Bible and it must be quoted the way the Bible stated it. And I was born to meet the Bible. Now, I decide to respond to an issue of identity because identity is one very precious and important aspect of a man that is not good to be in crisis. They get to his place in Matthew chapter 16, verse 13, when Jesus got to Caesarea Philippi. He said to his disciples, "Who do men say I am?" So it is an issue of identity. And the answer, some say you are Elijah, some say you are one of the prophets. And he said, "Who do you say I am?" He was very specific, talking to his disciples. And the disciples, now Peter spoke, "Thou art Christ, the Son of the living God." And Jesus now responded, "Flesh and blood did not give you this information, but my Father from heaven." I'm a pastor. That is why I talk under the atmosphere and central frequency of a pastor. So if you see me quote the Bible, it's my book of reference and nothing else. All right. There is a trending voice note on which a man made a very costly statement. That very voice note had been sent to me by more than 5 persons, and the same voice note is sent to me by 4 persons from my family, and specifically my elder brother, Harrison Odudu, the immediate younger brother of late Beatrice Odudu, called me yesterday and told me to respond to this identity issue that is a stain on the family and is an insult to the family. So he asked me to put that record straight. And it is on that note that I first of all responded to him that, I don't answer some of these things because I don't have time to be responding to irrelevant issues that does not have substance. But he insisted that because he touched on the family and I needed to respond to that. It's basically on a voice note released by somebody alleging that I claim to be the spokesperson of the family of late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu, alias Mama Rita, and that I am not a blood relative of Mama Rita. And he later contradicted himself. He says Mama Rita is my auntie. Okay. A if we are going to talk about English language, because I'm talking to people here who are maybe vast in English language than myself, I think he has ended up putting himself into a tight corner, because if that is my auntie, then I'm a blood relative of, you can't be an auntie to somebody if you're not a blood relative of that person. I decide to put it straight so that when people hear any information, sometimes they run with the wrong information, they run with a lie, so to a point where the lie is established like the truth. Now, in order for you, the said man, which your name that was pronounced was not complete. So, as you are talking about me not presenting my name, your name was not complete. So, I will not want to be mentioning a name that is not complete. But I will give you my complete name. For this, like I said earlier, that I am not speaking on myself. That is why you didn't see me refer to my name. And I am not hiding my name because it is the responsibility on which I'm carrying out for the family. So it is not turning around me. And I know how to present nomenclatures when it has to do with official assignment. That is why I concentrated in representing myself as the spokesperson of late Beatrice Umbua Odudu family. For the record, sir, that you said I'm not a member of that family, let me clear you. I was born 18 September 1975. I was born in Rukuba Barak in Jos Plateau State into a family of Mr. and Mrs. Moses Inkwe Ubwa. Mr. and Mrs. Moses Inkwe Ubwa. I schooled in Army Children's School, Rukuba Barak, and from there I didn't do primary 6. I was asked by late Archbishop Gabriel Gashin Ganaka to be taken to seminary from primary 5. So I moved from the primary 5 to St. John Vianney Seminary, Barikeladi, because Gabriel Gashin Ganaka prophesied in the St. Sebastian Catholic Church at that day during our confirmation that I have a call of God and they should take me to seminary. I'm a priest. That's how I got to the seminary. And I schooled in St. John Vianney Seminary, Barikeladi. And a certain day, I told the rector that I'm not interested to be a Reverend Father again, that they say Reverend Father don't marry, and I want to marry. So immediately from there, I took a decision to relocate back to normal school. And my dad retired from the Nigerian Army. We moved from Cross River State to Ecom in Cross River State, where my dad stayed till he died. Now I got into the normal secondary school, government secondary school Ecom, which is called Govisco. You know why I have to give you these details is that my history and my biography are not something you look for. So you term me to be a criminal because I didn't call my name. So let me tell you my identity so that you can know that my identity is loaded, that I will not know where to start from. And from government secondary school, I attended in their community secondary school. And these two schools are existing. My classmates are everywhere. They can tell you whether I was a bad boy or I was a good boy. But what I can remember is that I attended most of the debate competition and quiz competition of my school. Government secondary school is coming there, and their community is there. People who attended those schools are still alive, and people who know me by my identity, you say I'm hiding, they are also alive. Now, these are my names. Like you said, I am Pastor John Moses. It's not complete. I'll give you all. I am Ambassador Dr. John Apie Augustine Inkpe Moses Obwa. I give you again in full. I am Ambassador Dr. John Apie Augustine Inkpe Moses Obwa. In summary, I am a pastor. Now, my family, which late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu and Harrison Odudu and all members of my family, what they call me, my native name is Apie. Apie is my native name. The name my father gave me as baptismal name is John. The one they gave me as confirmation name, in case you are a Catholic, is Augustine. My father English name is Moses. My father village name is Inkpe. My grandfather name is Ubwa. So my father is always called his native name with his mother's name, which happens to be my grandmother's name. So my father is always called Inkpe. So most of the times, Harrison Odudu, the younger brother of Beatrice, and Beatrice Odudu, the elder sister of Harrison, who are my elder brother and my elder sister, they always call me the son of Inkpe. Now, this is my identity. I'll throw it back to you for enlightenment. Do I look like an imposter that came to claim as spokesperson of the late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu family? You should answer that one. Number two, in the various voice note, like I told you, I represent the family. I have always give you our attachment that the family is wider. Osaipa is the inner house of the family. Evaka is the larger house. Kosampwe is the bigger and the larger house. So now, whether I am the blood relative of late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu, I will also give you a school of thought to go through that one. Everybody who is of the family of Kosampwe in Olong is in Boki of Boki local government of Cross River State is one blood. Everybody who is of the family of Kosampwe is one blood. Why we give you this breakdown? So that you can walk to that village and walk to that community and make your inquiry. Whether we are not among those that were that doesn't have the trace of their origin. Kosampwe, everybody in the family of Kosampwe is one blood. Let me go down now. Kosampwe has two subdivisions that make up the Kosampwe. The two subdivisions, one aspect of the division that make up Kosampwe is Evaka. So if everybody in Kosampwe is one blood, Evaka, which is a breakdown of an inner house under Kosampwe, is one blood. Means the blood of Evaka is now solid than the one of Kosampwe. Going down to the one kitchen and one house, which late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu, myself, Harrison Odudu, and other members of this family all over Nigeria and outside that are covered. We are Osaipa family. Osaipa is the smallest inner unit of Kosampwe. Osaipa is the inner unit of Evaka. So if I and Beatrice and Harrison, who are Osaipa, we are not one blood. The people from Evaka cannot relate with her. The people from Kosampwe cannot relate with her. But I want to establish to you, Kosampwe is one blood. Evaka is one blood. So it means we of one kitchen, Osaipa, we are thicker and more warm blood, if that language is correct, than Evaka and Kosampwe. So, my brother, don't just wake up and begin to insult people's lineage who knows where they come from. I am not one of the Nigerian politicians who now is adopted from somewhere and get one name. I know where I come from, and I have a village, I have a family, I am well known right into my family. If you come into my village today and you ask from the first house you will see, which is Assemblies of God Church, stop at Assemblies of God Church in Olom. Ask them whether they know me and they know my family. Like I said, I am not exaggerating. My family, Kosampwe, is one of the largest family that makes up Olom. And I went further. Let me clear you again. The paramount ruler of the entire Boki kingdom of Cross River State is from my village. And the paramount ruler of the Boki, who is from my village, was married to my elder sister. The paramount ruler was married to my elder sister. So go back to Olom and make inquiry. Don't stay from somewhere because of grant and money and looking as if everybody is hungry and everybody doesn't know what he's doing for, and begin to slight somebody that he is an impostor and that he is not related to late Beatrice Umbodudu. My brother, I am not using late Beatrice Umbodudu to shine. All through where she lived on earth, I didn't go to her house for one day. Neither did I go to ask her for 50 kobo. All through when she died, I didn't appear before her house in Abuja to ask the husband for 1 kobo. If you are talking, it is good to get the record. I said in my voice note, I was born to meet her. Tell you in clear language that I met Harrison Odudu and late Beatrice Odudu in my father's house. They gave me the first training I received in life. So what were they doing there if I was not part of the family? Why was I born to meet them if I was not member of the family? You don't take the position because you want to slight somebody and you begin to talk anyhow. I have responded to that issue of identity crisis as you have alleged that I am not a blood relative of late Beatrice Umbodudu. You have your answer now. Am I a blood relative? Keep your answer to yourself after you have had all this analysis. Then number 2, you claim again that I hide my identity. My identities and portfolios, they are very plenty and they are visible that I don't need to hide them. For your information, every position I have occupied or I am still occupying, I have not resigned from anyone. Number 1, I am the Pioneer River State Coordinator of Ishiba Development and Empowerment Center. And how did I come to know Ishiba was my late sister, Beatrice Umbodudu, when she retired in the Nigerian police by 2016. She gave me a call that she wants to come to Port Harcourt and have a meeting with me. I said, Auntie, no problem. This one you want to come to Port Harcourt. I am here now. She came to Port Harcourt, invited me to her hotel, and discussed with me about the expected grant of SEM through Ishiba. And I told her that, I don't like this type of involvement. I have been a pastor. I don't want her to distract me. She said, no, this one is genuine. So late Beatrice Umbodudu is the one that brought me into Ishiba Development and Empowerment Center and into the grant. At the long run, she moved and then left Ishiba to start St. Rita. I have put that one to clear. Now, to go further, I remain the Rivers State coordinator of Ishiba Development Empowerment Center. Not only that, I was the South-South regional coordinator of Ishiba. Not only that, I was the vice chairman of Ishiba National Monitoring Team. Not only that, I am the chairman of Ishiba National Monitoring Team. By yesterday, I have not resigned and I have not been fired. I am not talking of today. I said by yesterday, I have not resigned any of my position and I have not been fired. So if I was this alleged criminal, as you term me to be, it means all these responsibilities that I am given to carry out, it was a criminal that was doing that. Now, to also get you on that record clear, when the activities of SEM were on and we did registration, we registered cooperatives. We have a line of operation on whatever it is done. Any day it is time to give the stewardship of my activities. My brother, by God's grace, I have a computer brain. I don't need to read and look at dates before I give you incidents with facts and figure. I have always been known as a man that keeps documents. Every activity that was done under the organization from 2016 till 2018 that we close up registration is still in my office, documented black and white. And to go further, when the registration was done for membership in 2016 to 2018, after 2018, there is no registration that was done by anything called Ishiba Development Empowerment Center in Rivers and Bayelsa under my custody. 2018 was the last one. So from 2018 that registration was done and seminar attended, 2019, 2020, 2021 till 2023, no beneficiary, no member will ever tell you I have invited him for anything. Rivers and Bayelsa Ishiba, under my leadership, underline under my leadership, because there can be a lot of settlement doing a lot of things, have not invited any of their beneficiaries after that registration during SEM. We didn't invite beneficiaries for Tepecom. We didn't invite beneficiaries for Golden Bridge. We didn't invite beneficiaries for Commonwealth. We didn't invite beneficiaries for Tiobat. Now, when the registration was done for SEM, the data was still in my office. In order not to get the beneficiaries of Ishiba under my watch for Rivers and Bayelsa floating around, none of the beneficiary can tell you that I, Pastor John Moses, Inkpe Augustine Apie Ubwa, invited people again to do any other activity in Golden Bridge, Tepecom, Commonwealth, and Tiobat. During the time of verification for Tepecom, in Rivers and Bayelsa, nobody paid 50 kobo for the verification exercise. I told the head office, I already have the account numbers of the people. The ones whose account numbers were not available, I invited them through text message with my own phone to submit the account numbers in the office, and that was done. So beneficiaries of Rivers and Bayelsa under Ishiba did not engage on verification for Tepecom. Secondly, during the account opening process of Golden Bridge, Rivers and Bayelsa beneficiaries under my leadership did not participate in that aspect because I didn't allow it. 3. During the activities of Tiobat, Rivers beneficiaries under Ishiba did not participate from that. The reason is that from the time we left them in 2018, I felt that since the same grant did not work, there is no need of getting these people up and down and collecting any 50 kobo from them. Nobody did that under my custody. Sir, it is always good to get your record straight. Now, the people I was relating with are some of the directors, underline the word some. Some of the directors from SEM left us and began to open their own NGO and got their own. A lot of people who were original members of Ishiba are now owners of NGOs, are owners of clusters in various organizations. Nobody has disturbed anybody. Nobody has stopped anybody from going to seek out his own daily bread. Some of the directors that were with us left in SEM were the ones who related with me until we did our logistics during the time of Tepecom. We didn't relate with beneficiaries. When it got to Golden Bridge, the directors who in Tepecom could not follow us to Golden Bridge, the ones who followed, we did all the logistics in Golden Bridge ourselves. We did not invite any beneficiary in Golden Bridge. When we got to Tiobat, the directors also, not all of them from Golden Bridge that time, and not all of them from Tepecom, the few that were with me, we did all the logistics of Tiobat, and we did not invite any beneficiary. Oga, you are in the grant community. You know what is obtainable here. Do I look like a criminal that you are painting me that I took people in Rivers and Bayelsa? How did I do people? If these stories I tell you, they are not what is obtainable. The Rivers and Bayelsa people you claim I duped, they are all alive and they are going to hear this voice note. Like I said, I didn't say we did not do cooperative activities and registration. Whether you are exaggerating the number, exaggerating the figure, exaggerating the amount, that's the number. We did that. What we did, I will tell you we did that was for SEM. And at that time, and we did our registration as required. I will not be talking about that because before you say a man is a criminal, you must see the tendencies of a criminal in the man. When an assignment is carried out and people do what is needed to do, you just go and finger one issue and say that he's a criminal. He does so. Only light-brained people will just listen to that few statement and feel that you are trying to stain my integrity. No. It's not. I just want to explain to the people. It's not that I'm trying to defend myself. I will allow the people and you to be able to be enlightened and know where you stand and know what you believe. You know, when stories from one side, you will end up believing the wrong thing for a number of years until you are told the truth. Now, beneficiaries from 2018 have not been invited to any activities of Rivers and Bayelsa Ishiba. I am not saying that these same people, because this one we are calling beneficiaries or members of Ishiba Development, they are members of 10 to 15 NGOs. So anybody can be calling you from anywhere to do whatever you want. I am giving you an account of what happens in my office under my custody. So if people gather you and use one name, say Ishiba people are gathering here, gather you and use one name, say Ishiba people are gathering here, who gathered them? Is it John Moses that gathered them? Is it John Moses that is gathering all those people in Bayelsa that are gathered everywhere till tomorrow, till yesterday? All these platforms that is being open everywhere and all of you are giving update. Did you see me there? All this gathering everywhere in River State, did you see me there? All these meetings going about. How many times have you seen me? You who is talking here, since 2018, have you set your eyes on me? How many years now? Who has seen me in grand affair since after the collapse of all these ones that happened? Who have seen me? Who have I invited on anything called grant? I have only related with the people that I call in-house, which is resting on few directors, not all. And I tell them, if you want to engage in what these people are doing, go ahead and live your life. I will not run your life for anybody. So this is the record, sir. Before you make an allegation, you have made me to now begin to give you breakdown of a lot of issues. Now, to go further, to define this your criminal, I have not only, because you call me a criminal, so I'm trying to give you a definition of this criminal you are calling. And then this person you say is hiding his name. I am not hiding. So let me give you enough. As of now also, I am a certified justice of peace of Rivers State with a certificate in my office, a seal in my office, which is my authority to confirm any activity of that office. Find out who is a Rivers State government certified justice of peace. Anybody that is given that title, ask him whether he has an ID card, he has a seal, and what is his responsibility. Part of my responsibility is that if the police wants to do an arrest on anybody around the area on which I cover, and they discover that I'm a justice of peace, they can come and get a certified stamp authority to arrest anybody by my seal placed on it. So I am not hiding, Oga. I am also the Nigerian president of the International Parliament of Safety, Peace and Justice. Oga, John Moses need to hide. Oga, I am also the African PRO of International Association of World Peace Advocates that is offering ambassadorial position to a lot of persons that you know. Oga, now maybe the African PRO of that organization. That organization is the one that Ambassador Dr. Ken Wakama is also part of the ambassadors of that organization. Ambassador Dr. Jehoshaphat is part of the organization, or ambassadors of that organization. Apostle Professor Theophilus is also part of the ambassadors of that organization. That organization, International Association of World Peace Advocate, I am the African PRO. African, not Nigeria, not Rivers State, not Bayelsa State. Africa. I know you know how to call Africa. That is that criminal. That tells you that with my position in that organization, it is, I can put a call to Ambassador Dr. Kenneth Nwakama, your country director of UAAG, and I can discuss with him. For your information, the moment you publish that your voice note, I put a call to Ambassador Dr. Ken Nwakama. I said, one of your disciples just called me a criminal. So anything I am telling you, I want you to verify it. I told him, he said, who? I said, look at the voice note. I forwarded it to him. Your disciple called me a criminal. And immediately, your disciple also told me that I am not a blood relative of late Beatrice Umbwa Odudu. So, Ambassador Wakama is alive. He will hear this voice note. I don't know how to forge things. I don't know how to exaggerate. I am a very plain person and outspoken. Who knows me, know me. I will tell you the truth I know on your face, no matter who you are. So, Oga, I am not hiding my identity. I am the regional coordinator of ATNA cooperatives that is registered in all the southeast and south states. I am not hiding my identity. So, not mentioning my name is just to ensure that the main content and message is delivered by the position on which I am representing, which is the spokesperson of late Beatrice Umbua Odudu family. For your information, late Beatrice Umbua Odudu is a one person in that family, just as I am one. She is a one person in that family, just as I am one. And then when the family gathered, one man's position is not what is the family's decision. Go back to, if you don't gather as a family, you should come and let me take you to know how our family. You see, when our family gathered and we take position, nobody has right to say, I am not standing here. There are sometimes a family takes position, it will not be good for you, but you don't have an option. There is a time a family can take a decision, it will not be good for 90%. But if they have ruled, our family is so organized that the family has a day for meeting, the family has a month for meeting, the family has a way things are done, dues are paid, updates are given, delivery are given, accounts are given. So if I tell you I speak for the family, I am not speaking for John Moses. If I say I speak for the family, I am not speaking for Mpewa. If I say I speak for the family, I am not speaking for my mother. If I say I speak for the family, I'm speaking for the general family of Osaipa, on which the Evaka family also have an understanding of this decision we are taking. In case you don't know, my family is gathering by the end of this month in the village again. I will be there. Harrison will be there. All of us will be there. You can join us if your family is not gathering. Come and find out whether the Osaipa, Evaka, Kosa family is existing in Olom, Eastern Boki. We are gathering by the end of June. And by the time we finish gathering by the end of June, they come out with any decision on any issue, it is always passed. Why this one is coming public is because you are mentioning late Beatrice Umbua Odudu family into your activity. That is why you see me come. And if you watch me, I have never used my mouth in any of my voice note to mention UAAG. I have never used any of my mouth in any of my voice note to mention any other organization. I have stayed relatively to the purpose of my assignment, discussing the issues that are of concern and the issues I am asked to state on. But today, I needed to respond whether I am a criminal according to you or whether I'm an imposter that planted myself to be called the spokesperson of Beatrice Umbua Odudu family. I have now presented to you, from this analysis, you pick your point from it and then know whether I am an imposter. But for the record, for next time, allow the members of the family to wake up and say, I am not their spokesman. Not you, who is from another state, another family, another region, another community. Allow the people who are from that family, because the information says Osaipa, Evaka, Kosa, Olom in Eastern Boki. The identity is very clear. Allow the people of Olom to say, this man, we don't know him. Allow the people of Evaka to say, this man, we don't know him. Allow the people of Osaipa to say, this man. And my family is so disciplined and organized. That is why you have not heard any counter voice coming from the family as per anything I have said. Because I am not just waking up in Port Harcourt to talk. We have family meetings online and we have physical family meetings on issues. I think the best thing that happens to the family, which the family confirm, is me being the spokesperson and a pastor. With all I have told you, my only identity that I like, I am born again. So I will hereby charge you, leave Pastor Moses, leave my portfolio, leave all the places I have occupied, be born again. When you are born again, you will discover that life is beyond grant. If you are born again, you will discover that life is beyond material things. 90% of the things that God gave me, they were here before all this grant came. My hall you use for seminar and the church you use for seminar that you mentioned is the last issue I want to refer to. You gave the name of Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry. That is good. I will charge you. If you know Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry, you would like to be a member. Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry is one church, one Pentecostal fellowship that doesn't take tithe. We don't give tithe in Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry. Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry is one Pentecostal fellowship that people give offering if they like. We don't have an offering box that people come to give offering. People are giving offering to the account of the ministry anytime they like. Come back and according to one political party during a campaign, verify. Walk into Igweche Road and verify yourself. Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry is one place that if you are not ready to go to heaven, you cannot stay. We preach heaven here. And Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry, the land and the building was bought and built without the contribution of the members. Go and verify it. Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry, Pastor John Moses, is living in his house before grant came into activity since 2012. Go and verify it. So, Pillar of Favor and Solution Ministry, Pastor John Moses, has police allocated to him to guide his house from 2012. That is the criminal you are looking at. If you hear my identity, you will force me to go and hide myself. Because the grace of God has helped me in such a way that I don't know how to speak. So that somebody is not talking does not mean that he doesn't know his left from his right. I have been using police security attached by the police headquarters since 2012. 2012, where were you? And even when I run all your seminars in Ishiba, you saw my police. When same volunteer were running here and we were carrying the headman of same volunteer to every place, we were at your Bayasa. You saw my police. The grant came to meet me with the police security. My jeeps, all of them were available. They were not bought by grants. Before you now call me that the monies I have collected for cooperatives, is he the one that bought me a house, built me a house, built a church? Is he the one that bought the cars you came to meet? You came to meet me like this. According to you, by one write-up that you added, I am pompous and I'm proud. Well, I don't know your definition of pomposity or pride. But if you have occupied all the position I have, you also would have been proud. But thanks be to God that my pride is that I know God to a point that I'm able to say what is God's mind and try to do by his grace what is God's mind. What I preach in my last voice note is peace and forgiveness. If you are a better person than me, encourage peace, encourage forgiveness, encourage love, encourage. The only challenge anybody can challenge me as it stands now that I will say I will go under. Wake up and forgive your enemy. Wake up and reconcile with your enemy. Wake up and preach unity and peace for the prosperity of people. Then I will submit and bow to you that you are a better righteous person than myself. But if you are not preaching peace, you're not preaching forgiveness, you're not preaching love, you're not preaching unity, then I'm 10 times better than you. If I talk to Apostle Professor Theophilus Olochi Oboni, ask him, I talk about peace and love. If I talk to Ambassador Dr. Ken Wakama, I talk about peace and love. And if you see my address to Ambassador Dr. Joseph, you will see peace and love. I have always preached forgiveness and not violence. I have always preached forgiveness and not problem. With the whole security of police attached to me, Mr. Man who called me a criminal, I have not used police to arrest any human being since I was born till today. I have not used police to arrest any human being. And without criminal, you say I am. I have not slept in the police station one day since I was born till today. So don't sour the atmosphere. Don't sour the atmosphere. Join me and preach peace, forgiveness, unity, and love. Because that is the character of Jesus. Not the church, not the titles, not the certificate, not the position. The character of Jesus is peace, love, patience. For your information, you said if any grant pay, that you people will come and look for me. I don't know which one you are talking about. Is it the one that we did in 2016 and 18 of the beneficiaries of SEM that didn't work? Or that these other ones that I didn't go to ask you people to come and register? Do you expect me to pay you from the grant I didn't go and ask you to come and register? Or you think say, now grant be the only thing what they do for this life? That you will come and meet me and ask. For your information, UAAG is still registering. Tioba is still registering. Don't wait for me. If you want to go and join them and register, tell you and your village people to go and join them and register. Registration, according to how I heard in UAAG, is free. And Tioba Global Foundation is free. So take them now and go there. It is free. Don't come to the place where the vehicle that is driving to that place is not leading to your destination. If you want to come to Pillar of Favor, come and be born again. If you want to come to Pillar of Favor, come and get ready to go to heaven. But remember, we don't collect tithes, so we are not looking for your tithes. And also remember, in Pillar of Favor, offering is choice. So you can come to church without giving an offering. So this is the church pastored by the criminal. God bless you.